All right, NFL football fans, welcome back. It's the NFL Exporter, February 2015. Again, we are just less than 2 months away from the 2015 NFL Draft. Right now, let's hop back in. We just got through reviewing round one of the 2014 NFL Draft. Now we're going to cover the rest of the draft. That's rounds 2 through 7. Let's take a look at what other young group of players were able to come in and make an immediate impact for their teams for the 2014 season. We're going to get started in the second round. Houston Texans did a great job by selecting Xavier Su'a-Filo, offensive lineman from UCLA. Young guy was able to come in, pay immediate dividends by getting in there on that offensive line. It's a big time bonus anytime you can have a offensive lineman with his type of athleticism. You know that Houston likes to run that zone blocking scheme with Arian Foster out there, so great job by him. Again, anytime you can have an offensive lineman and come in and start for your ball club from day one, it's a great situation. That guy should be a staple for many years to come for your football team, an area that you don't have to worry about addressing, just making sure you have some quality depth behind them. Great pickup here for the Oakland Raiders, going out and getting their franchise quarterback, Derek Carr, from Fresno State. In my opinion, next to Odell Beckham Jr., was the offensive rookie of the year, was the only rookie quarterback to actually beat out a veteran in training camp, did so by beating out Matt Schaub, was the only rookie quarterback to start from week one, did a great job this year, throwing for over 3,000 yards, 21 TD passes. The thing that impressed me the most, only 12 interceptions. With that low a number of interception, this guy knows how to protect the football. He's not out there as a rookie making a ton of mistakes. And that interception count was less than some of your top quarterbacks like a Drew Brees or a Peyton Manning, and those 21 touchdown passes better than Russell Wilson, who was in the Super Bowl this year, Andy Dalton, who made the Pro Bowl. I think if the Raiders can get a solid running game, make sure that he's protected up front, they just need to get some more talent for him in the passing game. This guy's a big time arm, big time athleticism, can throw the football on a run. I am very high on Derek Carr. Coming next, you had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafting tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins from Washington. Guy certainly has a ton of talent, big time target at 6'6", but your main concerns were injuries and really understanding the football game. Seferian-Jenkins, like Eric Ebron, both of these guys, big physical specimens, but Jenkins battled through a ton of injuries and just unable to get it. Had a lot of drops, not crispy coming on running routes, so he's a guy that has a lot of polishing up to do, but I think that if he can get it together, he'll be a nice weapon in the middle of the field for Tampa Bay. Next, you had Jacksonville Jaguars picking up Marquise Lee, wide receiver from USC. Great job by him. You're going to see by the time we get through this list, Jacksonville went out, got a lot of young wide receivers for rookie Blake Bortles to grow with. I like that concept a lot. If you think about what Andrew Luck was able to do when he was drafted out in Indianapolis, having all that young talent, those rookies coming in to grow with him, I think the same concept is going to apply here in Jacksonville. If Blake Bortles, Marquise Lee, these guys can get it together, this is going to be a very talented team on the rise out in Jacksonville. Philadelphia went out and got another impact wide receiver. We're talking about Jordan Matthews from Vanderbilt. Took a while for him to really get involved in the offense, but it was really the second half of the season when Mark Sanchez took over as starter because Nick Foles went down with an injury, and you're really seeing Jordan Matthews flourish, a guy at 6'3" who did a great job working the slot. I certainly think next year he's going to be the starting receiver next to Jeremy Maclin. Great job by Matthews in this rookie season. Just another one of these rookie wide receivers who came in and made a huge impact. I like Jordan Matthews a lot. Seattle Seahawks went out, got Paul Richardson, wide receiver from Colorado. Really didn't see a whole lot of them through the season, but the flashes we've seen him, and particularly down the second half of the season on to the playoffs. Young guy has some nice hands, some nice speeds. Seattle really doesn't have any bona fide stars at wide receiver, so really outside of Doug Baldwin, Jermaine Kearse, those number 3 and 4 wide receiver positions are totally up for grabs. Baltimore Ravens did a great job cashing in Timmy Jernigan, defensive tackle from Florida State. We know that Haloti Ngata has been an anchor in that middle for years for Baltimore, and I think the same concept applies. If you think about Ray Lewis and what he was able to do once Haloti Ngata got there, taking up space in the middle, really allowing those linebackers to roam freely, I think Timmy Jernigan has an opportunity to do the same for C.J. Mosley and those young linebackers. Now, Jernigan, not the huge specimen that Nada is, but more athletic, certainly was on the football field all this entire year. You certainly like to see that. Timmy Jernigan, without question, will be in the starting lineup for many years to come for the Baltimore Ravens. New York Jets went out, got tight end. Jason Morrow from Texas Tech was a starter this year, looked very good. That was an area the Jets definitely needed to address. I think Amaro certainly is going to be a staple there in the middle. They've just got to get their quarterback situation together out for the Jets. Green Bay Packers went out. Another outstanding rookie wide receiver. We're talking about Devonta Adams from Fresno State, 6'2", 217 pounds. We know that Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb get the lion's share of balls out there, but Adams certainly was able to work his way into the lineup. And I think this guy's got a bright future ahead of him. When you have a pinpoint passer like an Aaron Rodgers, now Green Bay has some nice depth, and if they're unable to sign Randall Cobb in the offseason, which I'm certainly assuming they will, then Adams will be stepped up and asked to do more. But excellent rookie campaign by this young receiver. Tennessee Titans went out. They're trying to get things together at the running back position. They drafted Bishop Sankey from Washington. High hopes for this kid. Just didn't happen this year. Really couldn't get it going. Tennessee struggled mightily to run the football, and I really have to question that. I know that Tennessee has a very good offensive line. Guys like Chance Warmack. We talked about Taylor, Lawan Early, Eric Levitri, some other veterans they have there. And so Bishop Sankey is going to be the guy. I think we all know Deshaun Green certainly hasn't earned that starting spot there. We know that they got rid of Chris Johnson last year. That's another reason for the Sankey pick. Look, he's a running back. He's got the talent. He's just got to put it all together. Next, for the Cincinnati Bengals, this is a guy who got it together from day one. We're talking about Jeremy Hill, running back from LSU. Great job by Cincinnati. Fit in perfectly. You think about Hugh Jackson coming over to take over that offensive coordinator role, a guy who wanted to run the football. Giovanni Bernard started off the year as the starter. Once Cincinnati decided to part ways with Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, Hill was your guy, your change of pace back, your guy who was going to pound it in on the goal line. Giovanni Bernard got injured about halfway through the season. Once Hill got in there was no turning back. Kid was absolutely outstanding. Has the power, speed, and agility. That full package that you're looking for to be a complete NFL running back. Also shows some decent hands. And so I think without question, Cincinnati was able to kind of get their roles down. Jeremy Hill is going to be the starter there, the primary ball carrier. Giovanni Bernard still mixing in, but Jeremy Hill has the Cincinnati Bengals organization very excited, and rightfully so. Denver Broncos went out and got wide receiver Cody Lattimore from Indiana. Obviously, with Demaryius Thomas, Julius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, those guys there didn't see a lot of playing time, but when he was out there, he was pretty effective. I think the biggest reason Denver went out and got this kid is because Demaryius Thomas is up for a new contract, as well as Julius Thomas. And if you can't sign one of those players, you certainly want somebody to be able to step in with some experience, and then I think learning behind these guys and alongside Peyton Manning also helps out a lot. We'll see what happens with Lattimore. His time on the field still could be held back a little bit if Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders are obviously there, but this is a kid we're going to keep our eyes out for in the future. Next, San Francisco 49ers went out and got Carlos Hyde, running back from Ohio State. Great job by San Francisco. Frank Gore certainly getting up in age a little bit. Hyde fits in perfectly. We got a chance to see his running style, has the speed, but as well as the power. This guy really has a mean streak, and you certainly hope that San Francisco can get back to a team who's focused on running the football. I don't think there's any question. It's just a matter of time before Hyde is your featured back in that San Francisco backfield. New Orleans Saints went out and got defensive back Stanley Jean-Baptiste from Nebraska. Young guy looked good in training camp. Saints defense overall very, very poor. Really didn't get a chance to see what this kid has, but you're figuring he should be in the fold to get more playing time for this upcoming season. Carolina went out and got defensive end Coney Ely from Missouri. Nice job by the young man there. I think if you look at the situation that happened with Greg Hardy, this was certainly an area that needed to be addressed. Hardy now a free agent. Not sure if Carolina's going to have him back. If not, Ely is going to be asked to step in and be the starter for this upcoming year. Jacksonville went out, got another wide receiver. We're talking about Allen Robinson, wide receiver from Penn State. Unfortunately, due to injuries, not able to play the entire season, but before going down, he seemed like he was becoming the primary target for Jacksonville in the passing game, and so certainly going to be looking forward to seeing him back on the field next year. And rounding out the second round, it was wide receiver Jarvis Landry from LSU. Miami Dolphins picked him up. Great pickup there. You think, looking at Brian Hartline, a guy who's getting a little bit older. Now you enter in Jarvis Landry, has some nice height, some nice speed, some nice athleticism. Also did a lot of damage working inside from the slot. As the season continued on, I certainly seen the chemistry between starting quarterback Ryan Tannehill and Landry, Jarvis Landry, get on point. You're also looking at Miami. Not sure if they're going to sign their starting wide receiver Mike Wallace back. And so however it plays out, Jarvis Landry is going to be a much, much bigger part of Miami's offense for this upcoming season.